Hello and welcome. You are watching Sonar Sport. Back at the Solent Sports Complex in Southampton, the Solent Kestrels come up against the London Lions today in the men's Division 1 basketball. Brought to you by Sonar Events. Coach Ben Stanley did have his Solent team in red hot form, but a narrow overtime loss last week put a stop to that. On the other hand, Coach James Veer is having his fair share of troubles this season. The Lions only winning 4 games so far. But a brilliant narrow victory in their last game versus Newcastle might just give them the spark they need. The previous fixture between the two saw the Kestrels take the win in London with a brilliant 6-point game from Justin Bassard. But Solent are without Captain Elias Pullman today, as he is recovering from a high ankle sprain. And here are the lineups for today's fixture. Ben Stanley's Kestrels will line up like this. Americans Ricky Madison and Justin Bassard will be bringing the star power. Kai Walker, Greg Durand and Sam Meccano. James Veer has his lineup set up like this. Veteran Igor Stokic, Tiger Foster, Ignace Juska-Vicious, Nedes Chole-Vinskas and Michael Amako.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to this Sonar Events production of NBL Division 1 basketball. My name is Kit McIntosh and I'm here at the Solent University Sports Complex where in just a few minutes the team Solent Kestrels will be hosting the London Lions. I'm here as always with my co-presenter Piran Phillips. Piran, how are you?
Yeah, good. It's hopefully going to be another brilliant matchup that we're going to see today. Kestrels taking on the Lions. I think Kestrels were playing amazing. They were in a great run of form. We thought the Kestrels are back, but overtime loss, it's a backbreaker, it's a killer. You don't want that. And the Lions, maybe they're starting to find some form in their recent games, so it's going to be an exciting one to see.
Yeah, the Kestrels' overtime loss to Bradford wasn't so pretty, but their last game here at the Solent University Sports Complex did end in a win over the Westminster Warriors, and we do have the highlights to show you.
As Westminster find themselves in a rut they are struggling to get out of. The Warriors have only won 2 games all season, and the other against today's opponent, Solent Kestrels.
Oh, nice footwork by Kano. Inside, he's too quick, he's too slick. Given from the Kestrels, Pullman. Up and under. Baseline drive. Kestrels on a hot spell. Top of the key. He unlocks that one. Pullman's lovely pass by Kestrels. They need that shot though. And the bank opens for Kano. He's had a really good start. 4 points and some extra pass. They've probably got a couple of assists there. All love at the moment. It's all smiles. Kerr gets the rebound, nice pass to Gray, and open man on the wing. Chicken dinner! Lovely bounce pass, backdoor cut. Kind of now in double digits, or 10 points. Loses yet again, but they play out fair.
So there you see the highlights from the Kestrels' last home game against the Warriors. And here is your league table. The Kestrels smack bang in the middle. A load of teams on the 6 wins this season, so it's so important the Kestrels to try and get away from them. And the Lions, they're battling it out with Manchester at the bottom. They also need to win to try and escape from that relegation. So important for both teams to set up the rest of their season, and Hemel Storm leading the way, 13 wins. So yeah, there we see on the table how important this game is going to be, just to set both teams up. Kestrels to kind of separate themselves from that mid-table clash where they've been the whole time, and for the Lions to avoid relegation.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, the Kestrels, they were on pretty good form heading into that game against the Bradford Dragons, which unfortunately for them went to overtime and did end up losing in the overtime. But you know, you kind of got to feel that maybe the Kestrels haven't taken great advantage of those opportunities to set themselves apart from the rest of the pack.
Yeah, and they haven't so far, but today is a sort of a chance to make that happen. We thought a few months ago that the Kestrels were almost down and out. It was like, but now they've found their groove. It was an overtime loss after leading, so I think that maybe they'll find it back, and they've got a good opponent today to try and find their groove back and make it a good one.
Yeah, definitely. The London Lions, you know, they have been struggling. They're only 4-9 record on the season, but it is worth mentioning that 3 of those wins have come within the last 5 games. They won 3 of their last 5. I mean, that's not nothing. You know, they're going to come into this game with somewhat confidence.
Oh, of course they're going to be confident. And with the news that the captain of the Kestrels, Elias Pullman, is out. He's not going to be playing today. He's sprained his ankle, and he really gels that team together. He plays more minutes than anyone. He's probably the most disciplined. He really keeps that team together. As we saw against that Warriors game, Kai Walker, Justin Bassard, Ricky Madison, they all kind of lost their heads. All had 4 fouls each in that game. All so close from going out. But Elias Pullman kept them together, and he's going to be out today. So the Lions, they're going to really want to try and take advantage of that and sort of get into the Kestrels' head. There you go.
Yeah, and we definitely saw that against Westminster. You know, Ricky Madison, you know, especially seemed a little bit rattled on the sideline during that game. And yeah, without Pullman, you know, a veteran of the game here, you know, has been with the Kestrels for a long time, a leader amongst these players. It's going to be a big opportunity for the London Lions to maybe try and take an advantage of that and, you know, get in their heads.
It's going to take Ricky Madison to step up, I think. You know, poor home game 2 weeks ago. Really poor. 0 points. So it's going to take for him to step up. He's been amazing all season. He has been. So, I think he leads the Kestrels in average points per game. So, and he needs to up that again. Bassard can also play more minutes, hopefully. That will kind of fill in Elias Pullman's lost performance today.
Yeah, absolutely. All those players are really going to need to step up into their roles and take on that leadership. You know, because it's really important that they do get a win over the London Lions. The London Lions might be 12th in the league currently, but you know, it's such a big game for the Kestrels because they do need to set themselves apart. They're currently tied, as we saw on the standings, with I think Newcastle, Thames Valley, I believe Essex, and Bradford.
Yeah, but I think it's trying almost, because it's a new coach, new team, trial and error year for Kestrels. They're looking forward to next year. And here we go, the walkout is coming, so we're passing you over to Jerry.
We're going to begin with our visitors, the London Lions, and at number 5 we have Tiger Forster. At 6, Nedas Cholovinskas. Wearing 7, Michael Amako. At 8, it's Rhys Sundermalt. 10, Harry Goodwin. 12, Tamaidi Akinsiku. 13, Mosiah King-Danchi. 14, Ignace Yuskavicius. 15, Amali Wilkinson. 21, Cem Una. And number 23, Igor Stokic. London Lions, coached of course by James Veer, assisted by Piers Maslin. And now let's make sure we really make some noise. Any Team Solent Kestrels fans in the house as we welcome onto the floor Team Solent Kestrels. Starting with number 3, Justin Bessard. At 4, Jude Carmichael. Wearing 5, it's Reggie Igby. 7, Sam Acano. At 8, Ricky Madison. Wearing 9, Greg Durand. 10, Kyron Martin. 11 and captain Kai Walker. 12 is Ilias Taiwo. 13, Jaden Carvalho. And number 21, Josh Smith-White. TSK coached by Ben Stanley, assisted by Chris Scarlett.
Hello, good afternoon. Chris Hughes on rebounds here, your live commentator for this NBL D1 game, the second of the doubleheader here on the South Coast. Moments away, less than 5 minutes for this one, with Team Solent Kestrels hosting London Lions 2. Both teams not where they'd like to be on the table. With Kestrels currently in 7th place, but with a sub 50% win rate. Lions just sitting above that dotted line from the relegation spots into D2. They'll be looking to carry on there after that lower win, as the guys are saying recently, and beat what is a depleted Team Solent Kestrels. As the guys said, captain Lars Portman now injured. Kestrels have had their first loss in 5 games. They're seeking for the change today, but it's going to be a tough game because it's a country side, but they play like men. I see Ty Water, number 11, is captain's day, but he's been due for a soft warm-up in the sense that he's not been doing everything the other guys doing. Has been sort of with a back injury on and off, monitoring that with minutes spared here and there where possible, playing through the pain and getting some gain, but I would be surprised if he starts. We'll have to see what the starting 5 is shortly. In terms of players to watch out, I'm looking forward to seeing number 23, Stockich from Lions 2. And US imports Justin Bassard and Ricky Madison will be on to watch. Bassard does need to watch his step. He's had 5 games already in what's been a 14-game season. So a third of those games he has fouled out. So he needs to really watch his step. And when you look at the fouls he's had, they're soft fouls or technicals, or talking back, so he really sort of reined himself in and played the game he knows how. Whereas Ricky Madison has been a double-double, real trouble at both ends. Sorry for the alliteration, not intended. He's been really good from inside and also to shoot from range, so really helps. With Solent really struggling to be on the arc, Madison's one of a few exceptions. This young side is really impressing me, and they will really give Kestrels a good game regardless if they're short-handed or not. We are moments away from this one, 2 minutes from the start of this one, and it's going to be a good classic. You remember we just had the ladies up who, having better fortunes than the men, sit top of the table. The top of the table clash with Colin ran out winners, and it was a psychological blow. Tell how much it meant to the girls to win that one. Guys looking to feed off that energy, climb up the table. In what is a 26-game season, the Kestrels have played 14 of those games already, so over the halfway point with 6 wins, 8 losses. They started a bit nervous, remember, the imports weren't there, so actually their form is improving as the season progresses, but they're their own worst enemy. As we remember, James Loughborough, Bradford, they basically make the mistakes they should be making and letting teams in. It's not been smooth sailing even in those 6 wins thus far. Both coaches know through the final team talks. So yeah, a clash of 2 talented coaches. Coach James Fair, last time coached the All-Stars lady, last All-Star men, in Canberra there, giving his team talk. Meanwhile, Coach Stanley with assistant coach Chris Dart, you see left off your frame there. Chris Dart is one of the few players from last season, D1 main squad, to still be here this season. However, he is in a coaching role, not a playing role. And obviously, next to him is the last forward captain, out with injury. So really interesting day. Both teams will feel this is a must-win game, with Lions on 4 wins, just above Manchester, who played more games than with 4 wins. Westminster Warriors, whose Kestrels beat last time out, really sort of keeping everyone above them with 2 wins for 13 losses. Both Westminster Magic looked the favourites to go back down after being promoted last off-season. However, losses for Lions and Essex could well keep them in the wrong side of the table. So for Kestrels, it is Kai Walker, captain, is starting, even though he didn't go for a full warm-up like the rest of the players, alongside US duo Justin Bassard, Ricky Madsen, Gregory Durand, and I think it looks like Sam Acano. Meanwhile, the visitors still under the name London Lions 2 just till the end of the season. It's Goodwin, Stosic, number 23, number 6, Chalefensky, alongside number 12, Achizinku, as well as number 7, and Marco, who I'm really looking forward to see as well. He's a very talented player in this team. Igor Stosic, number 23 for Lions, averaging a double-double from 11.9 rebounds and 15 points. Former Kestrels Itchin alumni Tiger Forster has been enjoying his spell at London Lions 2. Here we go. Lions win the tip with 23, handing the ball down to Goodwin, who's done by Kano. Similar matchup between him and Akana, both very fast guards, good at getting away from their assignments. Stosic with the first free attempt, and that'll be a Kestrel sideline ball as it came off the back of the rim. Sorry, back of the backboard. Now Kano turns the run at Goodwin and uses pace still. I think there was a slight travel there. But nice pass inside to Madison. Madison wearing the number 8 jersey. He's wearing all sorts of jersey numbers this season. So they'll start the quarter 2 up. London Lions looking to break the ice. And Marco goes inside, off the bank, bank's open, and the scoring's open. Tied game 2-all. Michael Macker, one of the leaders, 3-point scorers for the Lions, averaging 25% from downtown. And Lions go back to back. Chalefensky with gets them a 2-point lead. So they need a reply now. Kai stuck for options. Nice pass inside, but a bit wild and gets turnover. The big try shoot, but they rebound their own shot here. Marker tried to go inside. Nice spin move. Kicks it out to Achizinku. 5 on the shot clock. 23 to shoot. They get the rebound. Kestrels need to be better at getting the rebounds here. Lions are getting plenty of shots at Cherry. 7 on the shot clock here. Inside, splits defense. Foul called on Kestrels, I think. Just wait and see the refs give that on. There's pushing foul on Justin Bassard. This is his first foul of the game. As I said, 5 of the 14 games so far. Even though he hasn't played in all 14, he's been fouled out 5 times. One to watch. Goodwin makes the first free throw. Kai Walker, captain, will bring the ball down the court. Nice pass to Madison. Floater no good. He's definitely the star of this team with a lot of responsibility on his shoulders. Nice ball movement by Lions. Stosic thought about shooting, drives inside. Good steal by Madsen. Fires Bassard. Kestrels with a good stop there. 3-point game in favour of the visitors here. Madsen down low. Nice pass side. Bassard uses strength and nice spin move. Unfriendly roll off the rim. Steps out, bounds a bit Solent ball. Goodwin does look like the focal point in carrying the ball for the Lions, and it's a really nice matchup with him and Kana. Both similar traits of players, both very skillful and fast on the ball. Really interesting clash into Kana, free off the screen. Nice pass to Madsen, top of the key. No good. It's out of possession. It's just Solent's possession with 6 minutes 55 on the first quarter. Just wait for the shot clock to turn up. It's MIA at the moment. Nice bounce past Kai Walker. Puts it down. Kestrels really love the simple in pass from the baseline. Shortest route to the basket, and it's usually the most fruitful. Dunn almost gets a steal. Great hassle on defense. Triple team there. Blocked by Bassard. Good defense. Madsen falls in transition. They call back for the foul there, I think. Let me just see what the refs call. After consultation, it's going to be a baseline ball for Lions with number 13, King, coming onto the court for the first time. Stotic from the elbow. King Danchi fouled there. Oh, I thought that was a foul. They called that the other way. I thought it was going to be a foul on him. The referee said it was a foul the other way. Lions on 2 team fouls. Nice off-ball movement by Gregory Duran. Samacano is pickpocketed. Madison says no, but Stošić enters the chat and puts the put back in. It's a 3-point lead to the Lions. Duran fouls number 7 Amako, put him to the ground there. The SSC is packed for this one. 3 quarters full for this must-win day for both teams. Solent looking to go up into playoff ratings. Lions trying to push themselves away from that dotted line that would put them into D2. Akasinku steps on the line there. So we have Solent possession halfway through the first quarter. Low scoring quarter in fact. There's 4-7, 3-point lead to the visitors. Carno drives through the lane. Bit too strong with his finish as it rolled out. Good ball move by Lions. Top of the key 3. Nice put back by number 6. He's leading all scorers at the moment. On 4 points. 5-point game. Durand and corner back to Carter. It was open. Thought about shooting. Kestrels quite poor for 3-point range. It was 4 for 22, if I remember rightly, against Westminster Warriors. Madison with the and one. Too strong, too tough, too good. Madison lean, Team Solent Kestrels 4 points for the opportunity to go to 5. Foul called on 23, Stošić. Double change for the Lions with Amako Akisiku going to the bench. Reece Sundemore coming in as well. As to is Sam Una. Stanley thinks about change too with Kai Martin from previous London Sharks player coming on, giving Samarkano a rest. 2-point game now, 4 minutes 43 left on the clock for first quarter. Kestrels assisted by 5 points of Madison, 2 from Walker. Lions sharing the scoring with 4 scorers. Mid-range 2, no good. Bassard with the rebound, he'll come up the floor with it. Real versatile player, really comfortable on the ball. Going coast to coast slowly but surely. Decides passing to Walker on the baseline. Double team, turns. Almost got a shot off. He's thinking why he didn't get a call there. Stosic puts it in the wing for Chalefinski. Back to Stosic. Semino down low. He'll fancy this matchup. Still thinking about it. Bounce pass to Stosic. And Solent should have got the rebound, but it bounced off Bassard's foot. Lions 4 out of 3. Corner 3 here by Sundemore. No good. Walker house market ball. Lovely pass to Madison. Highlight play coming up. One-handed jam. Wow, bam. Thank you, man. Madison 7 points. Ties the game. Highlight coming soon, I'm sure. Samuna driving to the baseline. Goes back out. Madison called a foul there, but his hands were up. He unlucky there. Ricky Madison leading his team with 7 points of 3 to 6 shooting. 3 for 5 inside. Misses his tray ball attempt. 1 from the line, 2 rebounds. And Chalefinski's done 5 points after that free throw. Here's the Tom Brady pass. Right-handed jam. Down the bench enjoyed that one. If you're watching at home, I'm sure you're saying, hey Siri, play that again. Nice. 2 for 2 from the line that time there. Got a 2-point lead. Bassard on 2 fouls there. Kai Martin can shoot from there. Pass back to Bassard. Drives inside. Ball has other ideas. Fires Walker. Bassard twisted and turned. Good defense by Semuna. Forces the turnover. Spin ball lob to a lovely route to the basket. Stosic now with 4 points as Lions extend the lead by 4 now. Durand inside to Madison. Well played, especially as that pass going to him with the double team. You fancy him at every possession at the moment. Bassard will sit off now with Elias Taiwo coming on. Lions on 14 fouls, so next time they foul in this quarter, Kestrels go to the line. Kestrels on 3 team fouls with 2 minutes 44 left in the first quarter. Again, shortest route is the best route for Kestrels. Madison, right-handed lay. It was throw up by Kai Martin, who gets the steal. Walker will find Martin. Wham! That's money for Martin for the ring. He twanged that one, and it's a 1-point game here. Lions leading by 1. And the Solent, Justin Fishers wasn't expecting that pass to hit his bum, but Lions keep pass. Lions pass to him this time, he gets it. And they get a second chance there. Tiger falls to 2 points. Lions up by 3. We're tied forcing it in the last bucket there. You might have seen the post on social media how the London Lions have cancelled their partnership with Barking Abbey, and a lot of people were talking about how this would affect the franchise. A lot of people mentioned that the Barking were face assessment before the partnership and they will be afterwards. But a few were commenting but this might see the side get relegated. Tide Forster wanted to smoke and went to social media and comments and said that's not happening this year. And that pass went into the fans there. Good catch by all of the junior fans watching. Duran bring the ball out. Kestrels, so many players who are comfortable on the ball in different positions. Nice overhead pass, and they found Martin the other side. Copy and paste, back to back Trey balls. You shoot from the left side, you shoot from the right side. Kyle Martin is a shooter. Sundimo pass it up the top of the key to now inside Tyler Forster. Look down low to Semuna. He'll fancy an open lane there. Elias Tyree swiped the hand to say no, you're not getting clear pass to your teammate Sundimo in the corner. Yeah, Lions ball is 6 on the shot clock here. Semuna gets it but doesn't hold on to it. Elias Tyree fast break. Kyle Walker grabs it in the air, keeps it on. The sideline ball, I think. Yes, Ty swiped out from the sides. We got just under a minute in this one. Tie ball game here. 15-15. Lions get just over the halfway line before this 8-second violation. Forster goes side by the elbow. Nice shot. Off the glass. Good hustling by Lars Tyree. Madsen thinks it should have been a Solent ball. Kaiser had a little breather with Sam McCartney coming on. So 4 seconds on shot clock. 30.4 game clock. Oh, nice steal by Carno. 2-1 break. Elias Tyro, what he did, windmill. Oh, two-handed jam, no good. The bench were well and truly entertained there as he got fouled on the dunk. What a play. Maybe we're seeing Elias Tyre in the dunk contest for the Rebound All-Stars this May the 7th down at the SSC. Just officials with the foul there. Lions in 5 team fouls, so it's 3. No one really in foul trouble for them, all on 1 foul. Justin Pizarro, I said, has been fouled out 5 times this season. Having missed the start of the season due to visa/registration issues. Already on 2 fouls. Tyra misses both and also misses the opportunity to give Solent the lead. They've been sorely missing for the majority of this first quarter. 8-second shot and game clock differential. Foul called there. And there's a blocking foul on number 7, Sam Meccano. Looks like Forster might be the object of this pass. He does pass the Forster out on the perimeter. 16 on the shot clock. Good guarded by Kyle Martin. Great two-way player. Justin Fisher comes for the screen. He uses him. So get the double team on him. And great rebound by Tyro. Forced to try to get the foul. Nice pass to Ocano. Step back, cross to Durand. Really should have shot that one with the quarter clock expiring. I don't think Ocano realised the situation, but it is what it is. 15-15 at the first quarter. Enthralling stuff. Really a battle of the big so far. Here's some of the highlights. Ricky Madsen leads Team Kestrels with 7 points, and in frame there. One of the stars for the first half, Charlotte Finchley, leading the Lions with 6 points. With 50% field goal percentage, 2 for 3 inside. Missed his sole 3-point attempt with 2 for 2 free throws with 2 rebounds, 1 turnover. The Lions, the young side, against an equally young Kestrels side, are out rebounding the host currently. Who are Solent, your hosts this evening, are shooting quite well. 46 field goal percentage and a better from downtown, made 2 of the 3 3-point attempts. And from that rebounding, the Lions have really used their advantages, giving them plenty of second chance points opportunities. I was just looking at the camera, the Solent bench just looked at the live stats themselves here. So for the final team talk before the start of the second, both teams tied on 15 points. Then it was game. If you're just joining us, be sure to subscribe to Basketball Radio's YouTube channel for the home hub for all things NBL, WNBL, Bucks, and even any junior games that are live streamed for them. Hi, Chester in chat. Yes, you are correct. London Lions are no longer London Lions 2. However, from a league purpose and a naming purpose, they will keep the London Lions 2 name until the end of the season before we'll reverse it back to Barking Abbey. Sam Carter open 3. Nice rebound with Gregory Duran. Carter driving down to the bucket to try and get a pass. Nice running into the lane by Solent. Elias Tyra, I told you, was a lead 3-point shooter. Lets one fly. Kestrels 3 to 4 from downtown. But yes, the partnership ended, but the name will remain until the end of the season. Forcing it to Martin. Nice pass down low to Samuna. Had to kick it out. Nice finish of Forster's now with 5 points. Ununa's route to the lane was blocked, so he kicked out to Forster, who netted that nice 3. Replying to Tyro's, it's tied game 18-18. Nice 1-2 with kind of Tyro, who do it again. Tyro! Man's a bucket. Back-to-back threes. It's raining threes at the SSC with both teams netting them early on, with neither team missing. Forster guard by Tyro, bounce aside to Semuna. Baseline 2. Both teams shooting the lights out early doors. 1 point game, Kestrels lead. Lions have led most of the game. Tyro, 3 for 3! Wowzers! He's eating today. Kentucky Fried Chicken shooting. 3 for 3 from downtown. Kestrels, amazingly, have only missed 1 shot from downtown. Kestrels are 4 from 6 from downtown. Amazing start. Well started second quarter. Lights out shooting for both teams. We're up 24-20. The team's tied 15 all at the end of the first quarter. Great rebound by Solent. Martin had Zaccano. Solent in a hurry. Puts the skates on. Pass on. Pass to Madison, and he was fouled. As a not in the act of shooting, they won't go to the line. Second foul called on number 14, Just Officious. Coach Spear will rest him for a bit with Akinseku coming on. Again, they always go for the easiest route, and a rejection by number 12. Kestrels, when they have baseline ball, always go for the nearest, easiest route for those balls. Kai Martin gets up high again in the paint. Second rebound, back to back. Lovely skates on. One-handed lay. Sam McCartney's faster than the Ferrari. Timeout called. Really good time to do it. Kestrels on a hot streak at the moment. 6-point game, biggest lead of the game for either team. Highlight there. First goal for Solent, it was all about Ricky Madison, 7 points, 2 rebounds, but it's been a team performance the second quarter. Kai Martin's really impressed me. 6 for perfect shooting and back-to-back rebounds, just over 2 assists. Then Sam McCartney final 2 points, but in between all that madness, Elias Tyro, 9 points with 3 for 3 from downtown, with 1 rebound, 1 steal, leading the way for 5 minutes to play. Definitely earning more minutes of his perfect shooting stat line thus far. No change for the Kestrels to out of timeout, and Lions reintroduced number 10, Goodwin. Semuna has a little breather. Force comes to a screen, but kind of sticks like glue to Goodwin. Drives, kicks out. Lovely ball move by Lions. So fast, hard to call it. Forced a lovely dribble. They've got 3 on the shot clock. Goodwin from deep 3. Fouled, so you'll have 3 shots to the line. Coach Spear, I think, appreciated that fast ball movement. Coach Stanley calling for great defense from his team. I think he said great defense works every time. One more for Goodwin. And Solent rebound that one. It's a 5-point game. 26-21, 7 minutes left of the first half and second quarter. Within that first half, nice movement by Tyrone. I'm sure they might try to find him if he's free. Foul called on number 8. That's both teams are now on 2 team fouls. We've been lucky to witness 2 great games of basketball downhill the South Coast. Early on, Team Solent Kestrels ladies season-defining win against Kohler. Madison inside, nice spin move. Lions alerted to that. Kestrels like that simple, easy pass on baseline ball. Had the defense there to stop Madison. Forced to drive inside, no defense then. Madison gets the rebound. Kestrels fans are excited here, so there's a break coming on. Kyle Walker gets his fourth point of the afternoon. Captain leading by example. Kestrels up by 7. Screen called there. Oh, Kai Walker almost started around the back. Foul called there as forced to hit the deck hard. Double change by Coach Stanley with Solent first year. Carvalho coming in as well as Jude Michael number 4 for their first opportunities of the afternoon. With Ricardo Madison having a well-deserved breather as Kestrels up by 7 as we almost approach the midway point of the second quarter. Akasinki comes on. I think he came on for number 8. No, yep, Sunday Bolt. Forster heads to the bench for a little breather. Number 13, King Danchi coming on. Time in the corner, down to Cavalier, lovely pass to the wing. Kai thought about shooting it, gets it back. So go fast ball movement, Jude inside. Whacked out by number 12. Akasinki rejected that layup. 9 seconds left on the shot clock, so in possession here. But lovely passing by Solent. Cavalier gets on the ball straight away. The former JMA Academy student, one of many signings from academies up and down the country. Part of the Solent University student / athlete program. Good defense by Solent. They get the rebound too. And on a 3-on-2 break, they've got the speed for it. Jude Carmichael 1-2 with Kai Walker with the spin move. Kai Walker rinsing the Kestrels part of Lions as part of team effort. 10-point lead. Team performance with Elias Tyron leading all scorers for his perfect 3 from 3 from downtown. Madison on 7, Martin and Walker on 6. With Akana and Kvayo both got 2 points a name. Lions also sharing the score between the team with Forster Cholovinsky on 6 points, Stoshik on 4, and Una and Gooden both on 2 points here. Time out here for both teams to have a breather and enjoy some highlights. Just a shout out to the Sonar production crew, student-led team, putting on a double-header weekend once again. Multi-camera production. Interesting fact, a typical Premier League game will have 9 cameras. Today we've got about 10 or 11 cameras, including 3 roving hoop cams and one's operated halfway line. It's a really great production. You know, really promote British basketball here. Lions look to close that lead. Nice passing by Lions. Fouls a free man. Step back 2, thought about it. For the shot clock. Step side wild 2 point. Good defense on set again. When they can, they will drive in transition. That's Lions' 3rd foul of the second quarter. Both teams with 3 team fouls. And that's Sports' 1st foul of the game. Kai Walker in a breather and going to the line to shoot too. Today's captain taking the armband off. Elias Portman is out injured. So we have a few players out injured across the senior and junior teams. I was wondering if in the warm-up if Kai Walker was playing because he wasn't as involved as other players in the warm-up and has had problems with back this season, but looks healthy and well, and I'm sure he's really honoured to be captain of the team today. So he's guarding up with number 8 here. Nice pass down as Semuna. 1-2 for number 8. Nice block by Tyro. He'll go out for Lions possession. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Coach Stanley giving his rotation a full rotation here with pretty much all but one of the bench start on the court currently, with Kai Walker the only starter on the court currently. And he's on the ball now. Last Tyro down the wing. Nice Smith White in the corner. Last Tyro protecting his perfect shoot. Decided not to shoot. 9 on the shot clock, so they need to set out quickly. Screen calls. Fans tell him how long he's left. Tyro will have to shoot. Airballed that one. And then now Lions are on 2-on-1 break. Good defense by Smith White. Won the ball back. Carmichael head down the other end. Waters in the corner. Almost retrieved it. And Forster stepped out of bounds. Both teams really happy to play on the fast break. Makes it a very entertaining game. Kestrels up by 10 with 3 minutes 45 for the second quarter. Elias Tyro misses first trade ball, but leading all scores to 9 points. For the Lions, former Kestrels Itchen alumni Forster time with Cholovinsky on 6 points on the line. Kai Walker goes inside, turns, hands to Tyro, thought about shooting, drives inside, shoots off balance, rolls off the rim, but good rebound. Jude Carmichael bounce pass to Tyro. Almost puts it in, but I think the play was stopped a lot earlier than that for a foul. Foul by Reece Sundermont, number 8. That's his second foul of the afternoon. I hope you guys are enjoying it, tuning in. My phrase about it is we've had a really good game before this one. And this one is proving equally entertaining. Was a close game to start with. Kestrels have started the second quarter strong. In fact, there's 9 points of Tyro and now have a nice 10-point lead as Cavallo by the elbow. Nice bit of ball movement. Tyro drives inside. Pass to Smith White, mid-range. Bounces off the rim and Sundermont gets the rebound and finds Forster. Nice pass out to the corner. Good length and distance, just slightly off right from where I'm standing in Gantry, or Kestrel's Nest I call it. Right-handed hook, lovely shot by Wilkinson. That's his first bucket of the afternoon. Stopping play with the big man down injured. Looks like a knee knock or something. He gets back up to his feet. He's limping, but he can walk it off with Stoshik coming on in his place. He looks okay. He's sort of trying to jump on it to walk it off. Wishing well. Hopefully he'll be okay to come back on shortly. Meanwhile, Kestrels reintroduced Ricky Madison. Credit Kestrels, who've given their bench plenty of minutes in this run, still command an 8-point lead. This group of players putting the team in team zone Kestrels. Madison, as soon as he gets his fouled on his way to the bucket, he's been one of the leading players here, already on 7 points from a strong first quarter. I'm looking now and the SSC is pretty much full with fans in the upper levels section not having a spare seat, having to sit in the window shelves. There's a few spaces down below, but not many, and they're all witnessing some good basketball here. Perfect 2 from 2 for Madison's now, tying Tyro on 9 points. And Coach Dan is about to bring Kai Martin on for added firepower. Nice screen by Lions. Wild 2-pointer. Lions just sent chance. Forster from downtown. Money. That's his second free off the quarter. He's on 9 points. Tied with the Kestrels on 9 points. Madison lies past the Walker. Lovely bucket. Captain is putting a good performance in. Kai Walker on 8 points. Relishing his role as standing captain with Portman out injured. Forster almost gets Smith White on the floor. Madison keeps it in play with rebounding, but Tyro, either was just wait to see. I think they called it a foul on Tyro, which means Lions in 5 team fouls, so Tyro going to line to shoot 2. Apologies, they've given it the other way. Or apologies, I think they didn't call a foul. I think it's out of bounds to the Lions possession. And Kai Martin comes on in place of Tyro, who was just on the floor. A good night for him so far, with 9 points and lights out shooting from beyond the arc. Nice 1-2 to find Forster. Just Fisher's guarded by Kai Walker. Fades the screen, but not the second one. And Lions passes the corner. Foul call. That's the second time a Lions shooter has been fouled in the act of shooting 3. Giving Lions plenty of freebies at the line. Got 94 seconds left for this one after these trio of free throws. First was overcooked as it bounced twice on the rim. Bounced out. Lions down by 9. Second one only found the rim. One more chance. Kestrels need to box out. Nets that one. Good defense by Lions. Force another turnover. 3-on-1 break. Paul Kai walks in the middle. And Asher Sinclair's too strong and he gets his first buckets of the afternoon. Coach Stanley's on the court. No, sorry, Coach Spears on the court. Animated, trying to get his team to hear his instruction. Lions trying to have 6 personnel on the floor with Coach is still standing on the court. I don't think they still haven't noticed he's standing on the court. He might accidentally trip over the official. He stands off court to help the official not trip over him. Lovely split screen camera for 2 coaches. Timeout called. Probably a really good point that to both teams to talk things over. Memphis able to quickly, swiftly change from one into the other. We had about a double-digit lead at one point with Kestrels, but Lions have closed that down to 6 with a score of 36-30 in favour of the hosts. Both teams really sharing the scoring between the team, and so they have 6 shooters with 2 or more points, and the Lions have 8. In terms of the stats on the visitors, Tiger Forces returned to the SSC. From 11 minutes, 9 points of 3 to 5 shooting. Perfect 2 for 2 from downtown, but great team performance, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. From the starters, 23 who we highlighted pre-game as one to watch. Stosic from 10 minutes of action, 4 points from 33 field goal percentage, with 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block. For your host, Team Solent Kestrels, Ricky Madison, 9 points of 3 for 10 shooting. Tells us how bad shooting, but he had heavily contested looks and a perfect 3 for 3 from the line. Has added 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. Sam Carter's really shown his pace, which doesn't often translate onto the scorecard, but getting himself in position to make 4 assists. Smith White with a downtown. I was saying Kestrels struggling for 3-point range this week. I think Chris Starr's been put a shooting collective for players because they're currently 6 from 9 from downtown as a team. Really good shooting as a team. A great rebound for Smith White. Putting in the work defensive. Lovely pass, Kyle Walker. A foul's going to be called on Tiger Forster, who's looks confused to say the least. But what? But I can make out from mid-entry. The foul's on 15 Wilkinson. Sorry, I thought it was a foul of Forster there, but foul's called on Wilkinson. Kyle Walker smartly went into the act of shooting when he was fouled, so he'll go to the line and shoot 2. Missed the first one. Misses both, so still 9-point game. And Kai missed the chance to either tie or lead his team in points. 9 seconds left for half. Kestrels in pursuit of a steal, and they have. Kyle Walker, 4-2 break. He drives all the way, and he's fouled. Captain really not afraid to run at pace at the Lions. And he's fouled with 0.3 seconds left on the clock. So following this, we'll have the halftime performance from the cheerleaders, and then we'll hand it over to the boys in the studio for some great halftime analysis. Well, I get to rest my voice to say it's been a double header action. Exhilarating to say the least. With Kestrels have a 10-point lead here. Both teams play at a fast pace. Half time there, folks. Team Solent Kestrels 41, London Lions 230. Kestrels have 3 players on 9 points. Ricky Madison 3 for 10 shooting. Kyle Walker 4 for 5. But the 1 for 5 from the line represents many missed opportunities. Elias Tyler, as I mentioned, 3 from 4 for downtown, 9 points. Those 3 really lightened up for Kestrels. The visitors went off in a little hobble. I think he had a knee injury of some sorts. Hopefully he'll come back on with it's a half of it. He is on 6 points, and Tiger Forster leading Lions 9 points, 3-5 shooting. I think the cheerleaders are just about ready for the halftime performance to be a great show, with cheerleaders at both ends really help building the atmosphere at the SSC. As I said, it's probably packed here, with players standing behind the camera crew. And I think we're just about to start with the last few Kestrels players heading to the change room / media suite for some analysis there. Both coaches seem to be want to stay and watch the show. Here we go, down courtside with the cheerleaders.
Ladies and gentlemen, we give you the Solent Ravens.
Hit me! Michelle Obama. If you're with me, women, let me hear you say. Ladies all across the world, listen up, we're looking for recruits. If you're with me, let me see your hands. Put up a salute. Get your killer heels, sneakers, pulse, always off your boots. Representing all the women. Salute, salute. Let's headshot. Salute. Let's headshot. Salute. Let's headshot. Representing all the women. Salute, salute.
Everybody put your hands together for the Solent Ravens!
Wow, what a performance. I'm not just talking about the cheerleaders, and what a great first half. Team Solent Kestrels, London Lions 2. I'm going to be joined by the guys in the studio. I'm joined by Kit and Perrin. Boys, what did you guys make of that first half?
Oh yeah, it was pretty good. It was a very nervy start. I thought very defensive start by both of them. It was slow scoring scale for start, but I think both of them found their rhythm, especially the Kestrels. Finished the half with 41 points. I think they'll be happy with that going into the break.
Yeah, well, they definitely can't be unhappy with that. I mean, an 11-point lead, that's great. You know, and as we were talking about before the game, you know, the London Lions, they've really been picking up a lot of momentum recently. So, yeah, they should be really happy with an 11-point lead, especially after that first quarter was so tight. I think it was 15 apiece, I believe. So, yeah, did really well to pull away in that second quarter.
Yeah, I think it really helped with... They were making their threes. That's what they're doing. Taiwo, 3 threes in a row. That was awesome. You know, the Kestrels needed some players to step up with Elias Pullman out. Justin Bizard, he's nil at the moment, not scoring any points. So they had those players step up, and that's what they needed. And Kai Walker, wearing the captain's armband today, he's putting in another good home performance.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned Taiwo, you know, it's what, 3 threes in a row, you said. I feel like I say this every week, but, you know, when plays like that are happening, it's just energising the whole team. It's pumping them up, and it's making them go even harder as well. So, you know, big plays like that from a big player, you know,
and
that's great.
I must say, those 3 threes, I actually went out and was in the crowd for those 3 threes, and it was electric out there. It was so loud out there. The crowd just erupted each time, and you could tell that with the players. The players suddenly get energised from that. They just run that a little bit harder. They do, and it almost kills those Lions a bit. It does. So that really helps out the Kestrels.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, you said you're in the crowd. I mean, I was in here, in the studio, and I could still hear it.
Yeah.
You know, it was absolutely electric. You know, the fans are loving it. As Chris, the commentator, said, you know, the stands are full for this game, and, you know, it's a good game that all these guys chose to come out to watch because, yeah, it's been a great first half.
Yeah, and I must say, the Lions are still playing well. The Lions, they're not out of it yet. They keep clawing their way back into it, but they just haven't been able to draw level or take that lead. And I think to get there, they need to start making their threes. They're pretty poor from making that 3 points. They're just real low percentage. They're making their rebounds, but they need to get those threes. That's where the Kestrels are starting to pull away from them.
Yeah, and I think the rebounds are really, you know, what kept the first quarter so tight. You know, the Kestrels are really struggling to get any rebounds. And, you know, coming into this game, the Lions had, you know, one of the best offensive rebounds percentages in the league, one of the worst defensive ones. And we've seen in the second quarter that they've struggled to do both because the Kestrels have really brought it. They've started becoming, you know, more physical, which is something that we often see from the Kestrels. They've just really, settled into this game of the home side.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's made it a really interesting game.
I think it's really helped that they've settled in is that they've changed their whole squad around. Almost everything. Every single player on the Kestrel side has been on the court, and you can really tell that because it's a whole team performance. It is. We've got so many players on that scoreboard. They do. There's no one really lighting it up. Like we're not seeing that yet. Kai Walker, he may get there, but it's been an all-round team performance, and that's what the Kestrels needed in place of Elias Pullman being out. because he's a captain, he plays most minutes, and he's consistent every week. So they needed that team performance, and they're getting it at the moment.
Yeah, and you know, Kyle Walker is an interesting one because I think when we look at this Kestrels team in this game, I think he's kind of flown under the radar a little bit. But he has actually put up 10 points. You know, he leads his team in points, which maybe you wouldn't exactly expect if you'd just been watching the game and hadn't checked on the stats. You know,
He's got to be making his free throws though. He's missed so many free throws.
And I think that's a big part of it.
He'd be on maybe 15 points. Maybe if he had made his free throws, that's a lot of points he's left out on the paint. So he needs to improve on that. And I think also for the Lions, they need some of their star power to step up. Igor Stokic only sitting there on 4 points at the moment. He's been their star man for the season, and he needs to step up. And the veteran like him, he may spur the rest of the players to come along because it's a young team. And so he needs to step up and sort of take lead, and maybe the rest of the players will follow him.
Yeah, and you know, you mentioned Stokic, and you know, he only has 4 points in this game so far. You know, and I'm sure they would have known very well that the Kestrels were going to, you know, they were going to target him because he's one of the London Lions' top players. You know, but yeah, he really has to. Well, the Lions have to really try and find a way to include him a bit more into this if they want to try and, you know, come back and challenge for this game.
Yeah, definitely. And every home game here at the Solent Sports Complex, Sonar Events are here showing it all live. So, and it's a lot of hard work that goes on, but here is a little clip of what does go on behind the scenes here with Sonar Events. So there you go, that's what goes on behind the scenes here at Sonar Events. But coming up, only on Sonar Sport, the Rebound All-Stars taking place on Sunday the 7th of May, happening here at the Solent Sports Complex. It's being hosted by our very own Chris Hughes, who is the commentator for all your Kestrels home games. And it's all the best players from around the division coming here, taking place and putting on a show for us. What a day that's going to be, and you do not want to miss that. So I think we're going to be able to bring Chris in now just to talk about what's been going on. And Chris, it's been a good display by the Kestrels, really opened it up in that second quarter. What have you seen from them that has allowed that to happen?
I think it's fearless driving in the paint. You see it in Kyle Walker. Could have took the shot there with maybe a second go. He was like, no, I don't get the foul. Use that aggression, get the Lions in that team foul territory. Sort of Samarkand too driving. The first call was really all about Ricky Madison, who, yeah, went quiet the second half. He was able to sit off, and Kestrels, because of the energy they have it and the performances, they were able to put out a full roster of second guys who usually on the bench, usually having a lot of minutes on the pitch without any key players other than Kyle Walker with them. Lions, like you said, guys, they've not played badly. I've really enjoyed some of their fast moving around the perimeter. I wouldn't say tactically they need to change much. It's just maybe being a bit more present on defense, because they did so strong in that first quarter. Kestrels kind of did better for rebound. You kind of saw low post there, they put two guys there, sort of contained some of the big threats, but really good game. And I love what you said about the energy. The Kestrels fans really firing on their sixth man. And like with that 3 point, you could really tell the players felt of it, and so the fans. And there's been highlight dunks, high threes. What do you guys think? I think that's been a real key part of it.
Yeah, and one thing I did pick up in that second quarter with the Lions, when the Kestrels were building up their play up the court, Lions had a really high defense, and it caught out the Kestrels a couple of times, so the Lions, it worked quite a few times, so they may want to rely back on that. They had 3 guys just on the halfway line waiting for Kai Walker and Sam McCann to bring it up. They won the ball back a few times and got those steals, so I think to close down that gap, maybe repeat that a bit and keep winning those rebounds.
Yeah, most definitely. I think, we got to give credit to the London Lions. They have been, causing the Kestrels quite a lot of problems here on their home turf, on their home court, and I'm very excited to see what they bring in the second half of this game, because they definitely showed a lot of, they definitely showed they're going to hang in there for sure.
I'll also be interested to see how can Justin Bassard bounce back. 0 points on the scoreboard in that first half. Are we going to see a repeat of what we saw Ricky Madison do 2 weeks ago, where he just went 0 the whole game, had a tantrum, walked off? So, Chris, I don't know what you think. Justin Bassard, can he come back, or what's going to happen?
It's a tricky one. He's kind of like the Jekyll and Hyde of the team. I mentioned a few times that even though he hasn't played all the games, you're talking about a 14-game season, already been fouled off 5 games. It's bad enough if someone played all 14, but he's played even less. I think he's played 10 or 11, so pretty much half the games he's played, he's got fouled out. Now, I don't know what the salaries are like for the import players, but these are players that are heavily recruited, heavily rolled on. I'm sure hopefully he'll transition, get used to what the refs are. But I feel it's got to a point now where he's a victim of his own, what's happened in the past. Like, I think refs and scouts, they're seeing what happened in the past, and it's hard for him to shake that off. Even though he has made those adjustments, they know he can have that little word and get 2 technicals in 3 minutes, or just not be in the right place at the right time. It's a bit of bad luck, but it's also there's adjustment needed, and we'll have to see how he gets on. He's trusted to start the second half with Kyle Walker, Samicano, Gregory Duran, and Ricky Madsen. Great halftime analysis by Kit and Piran. We'll come back to post-game with analysis, also a post-game interview, hopefully. Lions also their starting 5. And the boys said they started strong rebounding, and number 12, Akasinku's really pressing both ends. I know he's only 2 points, but his energy's been infectious as part of a team effort. Jordan getting the best of, Goodwin getting the better of this battle with Akano, but Bassard gets a good rebound there. Bassard really wanted to start the half strong, calling for the ball at every point. He's got it down here, low post, drives to the lane. Nice pass for Madison and 2 imports connecting. That's definitely something Coach Stanley will appreciate. And nice 2 from number 23. Steps back quickly, back on defense. 9-point game here. 9 minutes left on the clock in the third quarter. Nice pass from Bassard to Walker. Back-to-back assists for Bassard. The boys say he hasn't got a point yet, but he's got 2 assists now. And he tried to get a block there. And again, this is what I was talking about earlier. They've heard his reputation, they've seen it, and I think it's unfortunate to be called out there. I'd have to see the replay back, but I think it's very unfortunate. I think there's the ref saying he knows Justin Bassard and called the foul there. But you have to be careful with those sort of swipes. Defense all over Gregory Duran there. He's have to get for help. Bassard on hand. Hands off to Carno. Skated into Duran. Fakes a shot. Goes inside. Gets up strong. It rolls in. Stojic put on good defense, but Duran overrided that with a finish. It's a 12-point game here. Good versus Carno. Great battle between 2 athletic guards. Goodwin now 3 on the wing, bounce off the paint, off the glass, no good, apologies. Bassard, again, a lovely pass to Walker, Heavy foul there. Foul call on Goodwin, number 10. Walker will go to the line and shoot 2. This is only his 7th and 8th attempt at line, having only made 2 of the previous 6. 3 to 7's bringing up that average slowly and surely. Kai Walker leads all players with 13 points to go to 14 if he makes this one. Perfect shooting there. Now up to 50 free throw percentage. 14-point ball game. Stanley asking his players to talk in defense. Starship with a jump floater, no good. Him and Akanim collided mid-air. No call, but it's going to be a Lions possession. 8 seconds on the shot clock here. Down by 14. Defense went to sleep there. There was a simple foot pass for number 23. They woke up and stopped the bucket there now. Kai Walker in the corner. Decided on shooting it. Double team there. Backed out to Durand. Goes round the screen. One-handed pass to Madison. Fakes a shot. Referees are called a foul. Number 7. And Mako's second foul. And Lionel's second foul of third quarter. Again, watch out for the simple passing, which they've done now with Kyle Walker. Kicked out to the round, thought about shooting it, gained some space and fouled by 7. Second foul, quick succession. And sometimes I reject in that open look. You can get your player on skates and get a bit more space, and that's what Durant did there with his drive into the lane. And as he went up to net that shot, he was fouled. And Marcus on his third foul alongside Lyons' team 3 fouls. Wild free throw, but got air off the rim. He'll get a second chance to add to his tally of 2 points. Usual captain looks like a sore neck from having to sit on the bench. The injured players here supporting his team on the bench. I don't think he's used to sat down, crouch for so long. Usually a real important part of Solent's rotation. Three points of Kai Walker. Force is strong with young Kai Walker. Kestrels up by 18. Akasuku replies for 2. 16-point ball game, 6 minutes 32 left of the third. Madison drives down the baseline. Fouled on by 12. That's his third foul for the afternoon. Lions on 14 fouls. Double change incoming for Coach Veer with Goodwin and Akasiku coming off for Sem Una, who looks like he's nursing a nosebleed with a tissue out of his left nostril. And number 30, King, initiate on as well. Durant drives inside, gets up high. Friendly roll. 18-point lead now for Kestrels. heading towards the midway point of the third quarter. The full house, the SSC knew it was going to be a good doubleheader this afternoon. It was probably about 2/3 full for the ladies now, pretty much full for the men. Lazard uses handles, drives. Doesn't get to go, but he'll get to line shoot too. And he'll hopefully get on the scoreboard to silence the critics. He's definitely turned a leaf in the third quarter with back-to-back assists on offensive plays to start the game. He's carrying on 4 rebounds, 2 assists, with 1 turnover, 2 blocks of 11 minutes, missing his only shot. Nets the first one, he's joined the party. 19-point lead. All but 2 Kestrels players have recorded points. Just Jude Carmichael, Reginald Eichbay. The latter's yet to make a step onto the court. Nice one-handed pass from Carlton Carwater. Bounce pass to Duran, gets up high. A timeout called. The white towel's not been chucked in yet, but that was a dagger blow. 18-point lead for Kestrels as we approach the midway point off the third. 5 minutes 33 left. Kestrels led by Kai Walker, captain, leading all scores of 17 points in the 18-point lead. Madison's on 11, followed by Tyrell 9. He hasn't added anything to his points, had he just back-to-back threes. Meanwhile for the Lions, Chilifinski, who did have a little spell off the court with a possible knee injury, is leading the side's rebellion and trying to get the Lions back in this one with 12 points. Tied the Forces' homecoming's going reasonably okay with 9 points himself. I feel like we're about to see the rise of Stošić in the second half, as he's only coming on 6 points. Lions choose to play with Semuna 21, number 8, Sundimart 5, Forster, and 15 Wilson, and 6 Chilifinski out of his timeout. Kestrels, Elias Tyro, Justin Bassard, Ricky Madison, Gregory Duran, and Kai Walker. Strong 5. Nice pass by Elias, but Madison with the steal was a 2-on-2 break. His pass came off Wilkins, so it will stay a certain possession. Good thinking by Madison. Again, so likely look for the simple pass inside. Lions away to it with a 2-3 zone. But found Walker in the corner. Good ball movement, Solent. But Lions get the rebound, come at the other end quick. It's a game of who to run quicker. Nice bounce pass inside Semuna. Off the glass, bank is open. 16-point lead. Lions on 5 team fouls, Kestrels on 1. Madison 1 of 3. And he gets the bucket. Chilifinski might be unlucky not to get the offensive foul. Ball out of play will stay a Lions ball. Wilson sits off for King Danush. Nice pass outside. Long pass to lovely three-pointer. Big man to shoot. Cholofinski head and shoulders above his teammates on 15 points. Contribute a third of Lions' points tally for this afternoon. And gets the steal. Semuna now kicked it out to Wilson. Oh, sorry. 13, but there was a offensive foul call. He went too heavy in on the Solent's defense. That'd be 2 shots to the line. There's some pantomime villains down there. And the fans are getting involved. Just Bassard adds another points to his tally following that technical. Four minutes left of third quarter. Kestrels command a 16-point lead. Duran lies past Bassard. Jumper free. Nothing but net. Free can shoot threes. Taking up the Orland Chapman spot of shooting. Lions passing it around, almost had a turnover there, but keep possession rate on the shot clock. Kai Martin will check in for captain Kai Walker. I spoke to Kai Martin just when he moved to the club, and I was asking how he would integrate with his new teammates, and obviously in light of that he does know Kai Walker, but he said from the London basketball scene growing up, he knew quite a lot of the guys before coming here. So it's been quite an easy fit to the Solent roster. Nice steal / block for Gregory Duran there. Bounce pass to Madison by Duran. Madison too strong. Story for first half. Loses possession, Mo. Forster in the paint. Nice one-handed finish. What a play. He's on 11 points now. Foul called on number 6, Cholofinski. So we'll go to the line to shoot 2 with Lions in the 5 team fouls. Floor, I think a little round of applause there. Doing a great job keeping the court safe as possible. Avoid slip and fall. Madison going to the line to shoot 2. Madison already on 13 points after a strong first quarter. Coach James Fair on the court again and spent most of the second half. This time he's discussing something with the ref. Elias Tyler wanted something left for being fallen down, but I think those Lions players have a right to contest that rebound if it didn't go down. Get the ball down quick. Forster should have passed it again. He has now. And lovely free from King Danushi. Sorry, King Danchi. Elias Tyler now free to drive. Kicks out to Kai Martin. Fakes a shot. So Lions ball, 2 minutes 29 left off the third quarter. Kestrels have a 15-point lead. Two minutes 10 left. Kestrels in the lead and in the ascendancy. Lions feeling the punishment of being in team fouls. With Reece Sunderbolt now on 3 fouls. He joins Akasiku and Namako on 3 fouls. Kestrels just have Justin Bassard with 3 fouls, who's really put in a performance this third quarter. Nice pass to the shoot on the wing. 2 for 2. Cholifinski back-to-back threes. Tyrell, he might have got the offensive foul. But he almost did that the last time he got a 3, but this time makes a stop as well. So in the earlier game in D1, Loughborough lost to Newcastle. That means that if Solent carry on winning this one and get the W, they'll move up to 6th place, increasing their playoff rating with a 7-8 record. Meanwhile, Loughborough dropped to 7th with a 7-9 record. Kestrels will be joined on the 46.67 win percentage. Just Newcastle following their win for Loughborough. It was a narrow game, no live stats from that, so that'll be tricky to do team of week, but we'll do our best. $11-point game, 1 minute 39 left of third quarter. Cholifinski closing down quickly on the 20-point game. Reached that 20-point tally with that last free throw. 10-point game, Kestrels up and on the ball. Misplaced pass to Savicano. Him and Gregory Duran had about 3 turnovers heading into the third quarter. The starting 5 guilty of missed passing. Last time, nice pass to Madison, too strong. Fouled by Cholifinski, that'd be his second foul. One of few players not on 2 or more fouls for Lions, with every player in the foul count. Oh, they called out Reece Sunderbolt, apologies. And that's his 4th foul of the afternoon. I thought that was on number 6, but refs have called it on 8. I think we bleeped out Madison's reaction there for missing that free throw. Madison on 14 makes this and he goes up to 15. We know maths here, missed it, but Madison will get a second chance here. Easy bucket. Misses the free throws, like 2 points on the following play. Nice kick out to 8. He has time to steady his feet. Where was the defence? Captain Portman, hands on head, standing up. Did not appreciate the defence going to sleep there. With Lions cutting the lead to 7. Akane flashy footwork. So quick to see where the defence went, and plucked by Forster. Fouled as he went to try and get a bucket there. By the facial reaction of Just Bizarre, I think that was called on him. Oh, they called on Kai Martin. So that's his second foul. Kai Walker will come on. Just waiting for Justin Bizarre have a little sit down. Coach Daddy giving him a warning there, I think, just to calm down a bit. Best not having afters, I think, with the coach or someone on the bench there. He's obviously not happy. I don't like talking about this part of the game because he's such a beautiful, gifted player, but if you can't keep the fouls in check, it's only hampering of what you can do on the court. Down to the last 22 seconds with 0.8 shot clock and game clock differential. Kai Walker finds a card and look at the clock, trying to run the clock down more. 7 on the shot clock. I think Carter might go for a 3. Gets hands on 3, 2, drives inside, left-handed finish. Madison gets the put back, and Ricardo punches the floor in celebration. What a good rebound and finish by Madison. So after that, wow, what a finish in the third quarter. 1 quarter left. Team Solent Kestrels go into the last quarter with an 8-point lead. Terms of the stats, Kai Walker leads Solent 17 points from 6 to 8 shooting, splitting his 2 3-point attempts and a 50% shooting from the line, much improved in the second half, alongside 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 turns, 2 steals. And in terms of influence, really made his point count with a ±14 lead in all players. Bessard is the only player with a negative plus or minus on the Kestrels' entire team. For London Lions, Chilifinskas, the wing, has played 20 minutes of the 30, mainly due to getting some foul trouble on 20 points and 6-10 shooting, 3 to 5 downtown, with a perfect 5 from the line with 4 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 turnover. And him and King Danshi and Samuna are the only players with a positive plus or minus, as they've really influenced their team this afternoon. Former Itchin alumni Tyler Forster's really put on a game today from the bench. 20 minutes, 12 points, 4 to 6 shooting. As we get the highlights there, perfect 2 from 3, 50% free throw percentage there. 3 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 turnovers, 3 steals. An all-round game really impressed me. As we're about to head back for the fourth quarter. Kestrels choosing to go with Kai Martin, Elias Tyler, Ricky Madison, Sam Akane and Kai Walker. And Tyler Forster, I was just talking about, 12 points, starts this fourth quarter alongside Semuna, Cholifinskas, 13, King Danish, and number 7, Amako. Coach Danny obviously looking at the live stats, picking guys who've had the best game to start this fourth quarter. Lovely fake and inside. Madison trying to start the fourth like he finished the third with the foot back. Ball goes out of play. King Danchi hands the ball off to the wing to Cholofinskis against Kai Martin. Step back 2 from King Danish. Tyler Forster gets the rebound. 11 on the shot clock. Nice screen for Semina. Step back 3 decided against. Marker bounce pass to Forster, whose midway shot no good, but again Lions get another chance at the cherry. 6 on the shot clock. Goes left. Good defense by Tyro. Finally gets the rebound. Martin hold the ball behind. Lovely pass out Ricardo on the wing. He could have gone for the 3. Can't shoot from a Walker 1-2. Downloads Tyro against Semuna. Lovely pass to Akano. Intercepted, stolen by the net. I don't think the net will get any steals for that. Good hands by Tyro again. Really effective game both ends. First half, 3 threes in a row in the second half, especially this fourth quarter. Being a rim protector for his team and gets a little breather with Gregory Duran coming on in his place. Eight minutes 24 left of the fourth quarter. Kestrels up by 8. Kai Martin, Trey Ball. That's his 9th point of the afternoon as Kestrels extend the lead in double digits. Forced on the run. Nice pass from left to right. Euro step. Lions just about keeping the deficit within single digits, but not really getting close to leveling or reclaiming the lead. As Solent passing around the perimeter. Carlin decides to finally shoot. Bank is open. Carlin now on 8 points. Podge's 5 points. I thought the scoreboard hadn't updated. Tailfish just knew that was going in, I guess. Lovely route to the basket. Jonathan Finski's really having a game now. 22 points. Nice pass of left to right. Right to left, apologies. Dirty Duran driving to the baseline. Hit out of bounds. So a third possession still with 7 seconds on the shot clock. And Justin Bizarre get another chance on the court with captain for the day, Kyle Walker, taking a well-deserved breather. Kyle Walker and Madison applying for 35 points this afternoon. Madison, lovely pass right under the bucket, directed to Duran. Great IQ pass there. Madison with a rebound. That bucket won't count because they felt the shot clock expired before without it getting reset at all because it didn't hit anything off the backboard. Lovely off-screen move by Lions. They get the ball to the corner. Stoshik tried to drive baseline. Good defense by Bessard. I think to stay for Lions ball with 10 seconds on the shot clock. That's a good bombing by Lions. And Marco looks for the free man. Stoshik driving inside, up and under. Steps out of bounds. Kai Walker appreciates his team's defense, applauding from the fitness bike. Obviously trying to keep himself warm while on the bench. With just under 6 minutes and a half left in this one, Kestrels lead by 10. Double team of Duran, kicked out to Bessard, one more to Kano. Fakes a shot, Duran again, one more for Kai Martin, one more to Duran. Steps aside. It's a stay at Kestrels possession. Ball hit the foot. Coach James Spears, lesson please, and animates as he strolls the distance of his box. Nice pass to the corner. Nice length and distance, just unfriendly roll for rim. Stosic tries a deep two. Oh, that was a nasty fall for Akasinku, who fell and hit his nose. Didn't get his hands down in time. Bessar will go to the line to shoot 2 to add to his tally of 5 points, all from the third quarter. That foul was called on King Danchi, his third foul of the afternoon. For 40 minutes off bench, just under average performance with 5 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists from Mosiah King Danchi. Bessar splits the free throws, 11-point game here. Stosic finds King Danish still on the court. Stosic now has the shot. Lovely pass inside. Foul called on Madison. Akasini still holding his nose in intervals, just I think still from the aftermath when he fell on his nose from earlier. Got his hands on the floor to sort of slow the fall down, but still the floor made contact with his nose first. Splits the free throws, back down to a 10-point game. Kestrels getting down the floor quickly, nice bounce pass to Duran. Shoots from the wing, no good. Nice rebound for Stosic on 6 points. Trying to make it hard for number 30. Nice turnaround shot by Stosic, but the rebound by Bessar is even better. 5 minutes 8 on the shot clock. Kai Martin hands off to Kano. Nice pass by Solent, really sipping it around. Good steal by Lionsbow. 3-on-2 break. Lovely passing. Stosic is on 8 points now. And it's an 8-point game. Kai Walker about to come on to help lead his team to a win with the Lions closing in. You can hear that roar. 6 on the shot clock. Kano tries a lovely pass to Kai Martin. Fakes a shot with Forster knocking over the Hoardings. So stay a Solent possession. 4 minutes 24 left of the game. Kai Martin standing ovation from bench as he sits down for Kai Walker. One would imagine that might be the last action we see from him. With Kestrels revert back to their starting 5. Madison keeps hold of the ball. Unfriendly roll, almost gets on the rebound. Josh got a clear lane almost. He's fouled by Durant. So we'll go to the basket. Shoot 2 to add to his tally of 8. He should get to double digits. Be the third line player on double digits this afternoon. Nate's first, he made the second. No, good rebounded by Madison. Which has really impressed me. Someone who's really hard to guard against One of the league's finest forwards. Durand thinks about shooting, doesn't Walker finds Madsen down low. Turns, fronts up Semuna. Nice ball movement, finds Besard in the corner, bounce off front rim. Tyler Forster full out shooting it. Goes right, good screen by Semuna. Back top of key. Open 2 from top of the free throw line, no good. Kestrels have a 7-point lead. Besard lobs it out for Madison, who shoots on once he caught it. He's in why did he not get a foul call? Lions coaching bench urging the team forward. They want the tempo to add up a notch. Last 3 minutes, 7-point game here. Kestrels need a bit of game management here to see this one out. Nice bounce pass, but Semuna couldn't get on the end of that one. For me, Mickey Mads to be the star of the show for Kestrels if they to hold on to win this one. With 18 points of 7-16 shooting with 4 from 9 from the line. 8 rebounds, 3 on the offensive end, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. Nice behind the pass back. Nice pass behind the back by Besard. Madison got bumped a bit, no foul called and passed out of bounds. I think maybe he should have gotten a foul call there, but ref's not giving that one. Kim Danchi on the ball finds Shalavinsky. He's been the star for the Lions, no doubt. Semuna now steps inside, kicks out to Kim Danchi. Had to get a shot off. Shalavinsky's wasn't a bad three, but Besard comes up with a rebound. And he loses the ball. Bit too casual with it. Stosic doesn't get off good, but forced to try to get the ball to bounce off of Akane. Besard's got the ball now. And Sam Akane really trying to rein in Justin Besard, who did well to get the ball off the glass. Ben won the jump ball, wanted a bit more, but Soda just trying to calm him down. Coach Danny calls a timeout. Good time to call a timeout. 7-point game, 2 minutes 8 left. Kestrels will come back with the session, but again, it's just Besard having to be cooled down by his teammates. But on the ball, on the floor, he's having a good game, especially in the second half. We'll just watch highlights here. Nice trade ball by Samakane there. Both teams get into the glass quite easy. Besard getting to the line. Lions shooting 12-21 from the line. There's definitely one way they get back in the game. But luckily for them, Solent shooting worse from the line than themselves. Kestrels 46% from the line. Just want to go to Justin Besard's stat line. Much improved since the second half, but still in danger of getting fouled out. He's on 6 points from 1 to 3 shooting, so pretty respectable. Split is 2 tray balls, 3 for 5 from the line. Flirt of a double-double with 10 rebounds, not 6 points, 3 assists and 3 blocks. Just Besard still wants to talk about the ref. Apologies, Lions won the jump ball. I think that might have just caused what was Besard's frustration there. Besard sticking to Semuna, but good defense. Stoshes twists and turns, gets away from Madison. Dejian calms things down with an important rebound in the last 2 minutes. Bessard hands off to Duran, who's close to for Forster. Bessard lets one go. Just a bit short. Manson gets the rebound. Duran to shoot again. Apologies, Bessard shot the first one. Duran could have shot there. Stotic called for a foul. Manson, that's his second foul this afternoon. Only Forster, Shulafinski, and Goodwin are the only Lions players not on 2 or more fouls. Amako, Akasinku, Kindanshi are on 3 fouls. Bessard, nice pass to Kano, looking for space. Walker in the wing, 4-out shooting, pass inside to Madison, got part of his man. Wants the foul. Jump ball called. 1 minute 26 left on the game clock. 1.3 seconds on the jump shot. Had to be attached to shoot. So, lovely pass, splits the defense by Samacano. Nothing but net. Samacano with the dagger. 1 minute 23 left. 10-point game. Samacano with the 3. Great off-ball move by Solent. Managed to split the defense there. We'll see the highlight. And Ricardo had an open 3. Go. Where was the defense? They weren't in the frame there, were they? And the fans appreciate that one as we're down to 10-point lead in the final 83 seconds. Samacano had a really good night, but maybe not reflected in the stat chart, but his energy, dribbling and handles has really been effective for Kestrels, with 5 points on 40% from the field, 6 assists, 1 steal, 4 turnovers. Don't go away, because we'll have post-game analysis from boys and a post-game interview with one of the players. I'm not sure who the guys picked, but it'd be great to hear their thoughts after what's been a very thrilling game, which Kestrels have managed well. With at one point having a 19-point lead, an 8-point scoring run, keeping Lions to a 5-point lead best. And again, that man Madsen, he's got himself a 20-piece now. He has definitely been one of, if not the man of the match for this game. Forced to try to trade ball, Madsen with another rebound. Fouled by King Denisha. Tyler Forster in frame now has had a good homecoming game. Hoop Town there catches lots of great dunk highlights, but it's also quite a good one for when those tray balls come from top of the key, as we saw Sam Ricardo in the last play prior to the timeout. And he gets skates on such a quick athlete, really underrated at his level. Forces Duran, good defense, offensive foul called. That shot wouldn't have counted even if players there. But a deep 3 there after the whistle, bounced off front rim. King Danchi on the ball, guarded by Gregory Duran, sends him the wrong way, kicks out to a Lion, and Lions roar Sunderbolt with his second 3-point of the afternoon. Unfortunately, forced a call for the foul as he slipped into Durand. Durand fought last one 5 fouls, they're not on 4, so there's one more. With 36.7 seconds remaining of this one. It's a 9-point lead, so Lions still got a chance here. Not wanting to foul just yet. Coach Beard gets his guys playing the game right well. 16 on the shot clock. Durand fouled. That's the 5th foul. And Forster's 3rd. makes the first. Durant now on 8 points. Been a professional performance by Solent. With lots of minutes given to the starting five. Madison's played 36 of the 40, Waters played 30 of the 40, Durant's played just shy of 29 of the 40. For the Lions, however, Tyler Forster, King Danchi and Semuna have been trusted from bench to play more than half of the game, while only one starter, Chelafinski, who's really done well. The rest are playing around 12 to 17 minutes between them. Stosic just shy of 20 minutes. Just shows how much the bench really helped the Lions this afternoon. When we return to the action, we have 26.1 seconds remaining. Kestrels should see this out, but it's still more than enough time for the Lions to come back. It's not over yet, and they've put up a good fight. And as I mentioned earlier, to stay with us after the game, post-game analysis and a post-game interview, one for stars this afternoon. Lions possession here. 14 on the shot clock to say the fast possession to the Solent's half court for timeout. Baseline drive. Bounced off Solent player, but Bazaar keeps in play, but double team comes and he gets out the trap. Durant goes from long ball to Kano. Collision mid-air. I think the fouls that we called a Kano there. 4th foul for the afternoon. Kestrels on 14 fouls to Lions 5. No malice was intended, but I think the foul was given the right way. They're trying to force it by the wing. Shoots a nice three, just slightly too long. Semunov for glass, no good. Madsen palms away, Forster keeps in the corner. Steps out of bounds, so it's Kestrels' ball. 3.7 seconds remaining. What a game it's been. Kestrels pretty certain they'll get the win here with 3.7 seconds remaining. And that's your lot, folks. Team Solent Kestrels 11-point winners versus spirited London Lions 2 side. And they will go up to 6th place following Loughborough's loss this afternoon. One would assume. I know Loughborough did get the win, so it depends how the leads work. But in terms of records, Kestrels look good to advance top 4. However, Reading Rockets 8 and 6 keep our 4th spot there. But Kestrels doing themselves all the positives they can, and Lions looking to get the handshakes up, but I think Coach Day will also enforce the messages. Kestrels keep their good form going, even if they've not playing their best team basketball. So there's not just the post-game interview shot to look forward to, there's a lot more action coming from the SSC. Just as 1 second before I say that, just the team appreciating the noise and support from the home crowd. Says full house here, and they really made themselves heard and were the catalyst of this team win. We're so led by Ricky Madsen on 20 points, closely followed by standing captain Kai Walker, while Chelafinski along with Tide Forster were really good defense, combining for 34 of 72 London Lions points. And the cheerleaders too, getting their facts on the players. The cheerleaders come like sonar, reach in, reach out, and rivaled production in the NBL, and one of the best game day experiences in the NBL as well, WNBL. You know, the players, they put in a great effort too, but also the guys behind the scene. Great work by Sona, and great work by all the volunteers who helped contribute it. I think some players just getting some autographs, and I think we'll get one of them up for a post-game interview. It looks like we're going to be having an interview. Ricky Madison, a fan favourite of all the kids, and loving to get a moment of words in or handshake just to show their appreciation for what is truly a star player in the Solent team roster. Ricky Madison's just heading up to the studio of boys. We'll wait till we go to the post-game interviews. As again, you see how the team Solent Kestrels family really matters to them. If fans coming on the court at the end of the game just talk to their favourite players, and it's great to see such a family feel. It's typical of British basketball, real community feel, one where they like to make people feel valued.
We're just coming.
Okay. And Kestrels back in action next weekend against Loughborough Riders. We're head-to-head to play because they're looking for revenge following their loss in overtime against Loughborough. Next time we catch them is on the Sundays, double-header weekend for the team. Kestrels playing the Reading Rockets. Really tasty fixtures for them, with Rockets ahead of today's games in 4th and 6th record. Loughborough 7-8. Kestrels now on a 7-8 record themselves, having Loughborough lost. So those two games coming up this weekend, next weekend, apologies, really important. The girls are also headed to hosting the Rockets on Saturday, which is an NBL live game. As mentioned, joining John Hobbs. Lots of other games there on the graphic. Apologies, I wasn't creative enough to announce them all, but there's a lot of things going on. Be sure to subscribe to Barstool in England and turn notifications. But without further ado, I'm going to head to the boys in the studio, joined by Ricky Madison. Guys, what a game. What are your thoughts there? I loved him.
Yeah, well, it was a great game, and we're here with Ricky Madison, the highest scorer for the Kestrels in today's game. Ricky, you had a great game, 20 points, 10 rebounds, yet another double-double for you. But it felt like maybe you took a little bit of time getting into the game. Did you feel that way also, and what changed?
I just say from start to finish, it was a physical game. Like, some things we weren't going to get, some things we had to fight for, but we ended up coming out with the win, though.
Yeah, Ricky, you mentioned it was a physical game. That was going to be my question. You looked a bit banged up at some times on the court, and it was getting frustrated. Did it really feel like the way they were trying to almost single you out and get right in your face?
Yeah, it's teams tend to try to be more aggressive with me now, but I'm starting to get more comfortable with it. Over the last couple games, it's been a lot more physical than it used to be, but I'm starting to get on the hang of it.
Yeah, absolutely. You point out that teams start to get more physical with you, single you out, because you have emerged as one of the better players in this league, and that's no surprise to anyone really. Coming over from the States, how has your first season been with the Kestrels though since you joined in September?
It's been great. I've gelled with the team since I've been here. We're all getting along well, getting along with the coach Ben. He's a great guy. Really the whole coaching staff, but from the first man to last man, I get along with well.
And with this win, you guys move up to 6th because Loughborough lost. So where do you think you guys can go on in the season? Because you've got some good form at the moment.
I would just say I'll just take a game at a time. as you say, we have Loughborough next week. So take it a game at a time and just keep moving up game by game.
All right, well, yeah, thank you
Thank you
very much, Ricky.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
So, yeah, another Kestrels win. Brilliant game. Well done, Ricky. So, there's the star man for the game, and along with many players, Kai Walker also playing well. It was a pretty good performance by them.
Yeah, absolutely. Terrific performance from the Kestrels today. You know, really, really impressed with how the Kestrels played today. You know, as we say, you know, they needed a win to separate themselves from the pack, you know, and separate themselves and move up the table. And, you know, finally they've managed to take advantage of a big opportunity today.
Yeah, definitely. It was a bit of a shaky start, 15-all after the first quarter, but like Ricky said, it was physical out there. Both teams really going at it. It felt like a big defensive display, kind of. But Kestrels, they have that star power, star power. Some players really coming up in key moments, hitting those threes, making their shots, and that was the difference. They were consistent throughout the whole time, and they had a whole team of making shots.
Yeah.
Which the Lions, they didn't really have. They didn't have that whole team that were able to step up and make those plays. That was the difference.
Yeah, most definitely. You know, they were so good with their three-point shooting today. You know, and I mean, it was really impressive, and it's something that, yeah, we haven't seen a whole lot from them this season. But yeah, they've just improved so much in so many areas, on so many things that, you know, they have lacked a little bit. And I think that was the difference, and I think it's going to be exciting going forward for them to see if they can keep that up.
Yeah, definitely. And I think there's even more room for improvement with them. We saw they've improved on the 3 points, but they didn't improve on their free throws. So again, we keep mentioning going back to free throws almost every time now. It seems a constant thing, and that's what they need to get back on. And if they get that, then there's not many teams that are going to beat them. They're going to be back at the top, and they're going to be making that playoff push towards the end of the season.
Yeah, no, there really isn't many teams that can stop them when they're in this kind of form. You know, played really well. And Ricky Madison, you know, played really, really, really well. You know, carrying this team once again. You know, obviously last time when they were here, they played the Westminster Warriors, and he got a little bit rattled. You know, psychologically, kind of let himself, you know, get dragged into it. But yeah, he's come here today, and he's managed to get back to that great form that we've seen from him so many times this season.
Yeah, definitely. At the end of that first quarter, I was kind of worried for the Kestrels. I thought, here we go again. They're going to get rattled. Ricky Madison, Justin Bassard, they might lose their heads again.
Yeah.
But Ricky Madison, he came through and put on a good home display, which he hasn't in a couple games really. And Justin Bassard, it took him till the second half to do it, but he eventually got on the score sheet. He was winning more fouls eventually than dishing them out. So that really changed the whole game. And it was before we had kind of seen get rattled, stay rattled the whole game, and just managed to scrape it through. But today they managed to just to wipe it off for the second half. They come out clean slate, and yeah, it was still physical, but they managed to keep their heads that little bit more, and that gave them the victory that they had, and that's why they won by 11 points.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, you know, all in all, a huge game for the Kestrels, and as we told Ricky just now, it does leave the Kestrels in 6th place. And now we're going to send you off to see the highlights from this game.